And we are welcoming Valentin.
Yes, hello. Nice guys. Thank you for having me here. I was actually very pleased when I received the message on Monday that it's kind of the virtual ITB or the virtual stand of it. So a new concept. I really like it, and I think it's appropriate for the current situation. Very nice and very organized. Thank you so much for this.
Thanks
yeah.
for
Also,
thanks so much. And well, depending on how it will evolve in the coming weeks and months, that might be a model as well for us on how we can share content from our partners.
You will have a virtual booth as well then.
Yeah, or the first virtual camp, and we are not going to wherever all the time, but maybe do a virtual camp somewhere. So that's definitely a model for us as well as the hospitality. Thanks, Valentin. So the way we want to approach this, Valentin, is obviously that you introduce yourself, first of all, then you have a 60 seconds pitch on what PCI Proxy does, most likely PCI compliance. And then we'll dive into whatever you prepared or just start asking questions from us, from the team.
Yeah, sure.
The stage is yours.
Great, thank you so much. Yes, again, so I'm Valentin. I'm based here in Switzerland. I'm the market development manager from PCI Proxy. So already going into PCI Proxy and the 60 seconds pitch. So what we are actually doing is we are helping companies in regards to PCI DSS compliance. So as you might know that every company that is in touch with sensitive credit card details needs to comply with this standard. And this standard is applied to everyone. So you now either have a decision to do it in-house or do it with an external third party. And that's actually where we as PCI Proxy step in.
That was so quick.
Yeah, on point. On point trying to give it.
This is going to be session. You can't walk up again.
That was very Swiss, very effective. Cool.
Yes.
Did you prepare a slide or something? Or
yeah, I actually prepared a short slide set because PCI compliance could be also hard to understand, and I want just to visualize a little bit how we can help or how we step in this regards.
Okay.
So for this, I would just like to share the screen.
Run.
Here we go.
Okay.
So I think you should now be able to see my screen, right?
We do.
Perfect, yeah. So here is actually our winter office in Switzerland, as you can see. Feel free to pass by when you're in Switzerland. We are close to the lake over here. And yeah.
Again. I was about to say like winter office. So what is the summer?
It's the office just in winter when it's snowing. But it looks lovely as well in summer. So if anyone is around in Zurich, just pass by, let us know, and happy to host you.
Okay, we'll do that.
Cool. Yeah. So what I actually wanted to talk about is just a little bit about us, about PCI Proxy and data trans, what a combination is. Then I'll give you a broad overview about the solution, and then the value proposition. So why or how do we help you? Let me immediately start about data trans. About us, we are founded in 2001. Our owner are still now running the company, so we are not externally funded. As already mentioned, we're in Zurich, just close to the lake. We are growing in terms of employees. So currently we are having 50 plus, but I think expectation are growing by about 20% yearly currently. We have a very international focus, especially with PCI Proxy. We're very internationally focused, especially in the travel industry. Yeah, we are currently having 4,500 customer plus as well. This customer base is growing on a regular basis. And now I think the most important part of it is why I'm talking about data trends and PCI Proxy. It's data trends is actually the company name and the company, and PCI Proxy is one specific product of it. And today we're only going to focus on PCI Proxy. So what we are doing with PCI Proxy. PCI Proxy, as the name already says, it's about PCI compliance currently. So as already in the pitch mentioned, PCI compliance is a do or buy decision which you have to do. So if you do it by yourself, we have listed here what you have to do. So the secure network, protect the data, and you have to do all these tests for yourself internally. And then this needs to be renewed on a yearly basis. So there's where we can help you with. So if you integrate PCI Proxy, you just do the audit and you're compliant. What is the difference in there? You can see it here actually, the time to compliance. So when you would do it by yourself, it takes you weeks or months, depending as well on your company. But with us, with PCI Proxy, it takes you days or weeks. But that's again, depending on your size, on your company, your processes. But we would definitely reduce your scope or also your workload to the absolute minimum. So now, what are we doing this, or how do we do this? We always say we like a shield. So we're protecting your company or your servers from any sensitive credit card data. So instead of receiving any kind of, or your current processes are that you're receiving credit card data from partners, you're sending them to partners. And what do? We position ourselves between you and your partners. So whenever a credit card data should reach you, it will go to us. We provide you with a token, which is not sensitive. You have the token, and then you can share this token with all your partners. So you have a flexible solution for all your partners, from what you're getting or capturing credit card data to how to distribute this. And I think what is important here, it's just that your current processes wouldn't or won't change. So it will be just us between you. So you have all your integrations in place. That would not change, but it's us positioned in between and helping there to find the sensitive data, exchanging them, and then provide you with a token, with a non-sensitive value. So how does it look actually in the travel industry? I mean, this is one thing where I can demonstrate it. So typically travel industry companies have quite a lot of different flows, how and where credit card data comes in or how they get in touch. So they have either a website or a booking engine, how they collect credit card data. And they have, for example, if you're a PMS system or a channel management system, you have, for example, booking.com who is sending you credit card data, Expedia, or whoever else. So it doesn't matter from where the credit card data comes. What is happening now is just what I said. We position ourselves between you and a third party, and we tokenize it. So as you can see here, always, whenever a credit card data should reach you, the left side is where you get credit card data from. We position ourselves before you and tokenize them. So you have here the secure area where you're working on. And now you want to share this data. You have, for example, payment gateways, you have PMS systems, and that is how you can share this data with your partners. Again, going just through us, we then detokenize, so we exchanged our token, which we provided you with, and then send the real credit card data again to your partner. So that would be actually the all magic behind it. And then we have a typical.
Valentin, just
yes?
1 second.
Sure.
Because we are still seeing slide 6.
Oh.
Typical travel use cases.
Yeah. So maybe it froze or whatever.
Yeah, I see now what here just happened.
Maybe you're working from 2 screens or something, and it's populated on another screen.
Here we go.
Here we are.
Yeah,
okay.
This one should be
so
actually.
Could you show again the last 30 seconds, maybe?
Yes, sure. So what I was just saying is that the slide on page 6, which you just saw, I just entered here the details. So you can see that here is booking.com, for example, Expedia, which are sending to you credit card data. And then we are here tokenizing them, or the website or booking engine or whatever you have, and we're collecting or capturing credit card data. It will be again us who tokenize it. And then that would be you here. And you can share the data now with your partners, payment gateways, PMS system, and whoever you're connected with and share the data to. And additionally, there's one use case in terms of hoteliers. If you want to show, you also have the ability to retrieve the real credit card data and display them for your employees, for example. Yeah, so let me maybe switch back again to the other screen, or I can continue with this. This is a typical hotel use case. Yeah, as just said, or hotelier use case, or the travel tech behind it. And I think many of you are having many question marks already so far. I will just give you a little bit more information about what the benefits are when working with us, and then I'm free for further questions. So what is our value proposition actually? I mean, I said it's a buy or build decision. So if you build it by yourself, you have to do everything in-house. You have to do all the compliance, all the administrative stuff. But what is happening when you're using us? So first of all, you can outsource a lot of requirements. And there's the PCI standard has 12 requirements. And from the 12, the first 11 would not apply to you anymore. So this is all the technical requirements. In the next step, what is happening with this? When using our solution, you can focus on your core business, reduce costs, and you reduce you have control over your costs when it comes to PCI compliance. Yeah, you can achieve PCI compliance in a matter of days. So either level 1 or level 2 compliant. There's different level of what means compliance. And what is very important, you outsource risk. So we have the risk on our side, and the risk is out of your side. And I would say that this is actually the main benefits that we provide you with. So you reduce everything by yourself, and you just outsource it. So you focus on your core business. A little bit, yeah, that's just to saying that we are having currently more than 4,500 customers which are using this service or similar service of ours. So yeah, I think that's from my side. So now I'm open, or there should be many question marks, especially for the ones who are not very familiar with PCI compliance.
I have loads of questions.
Sure.
Okay, like when we were talking about larger hotel chains, they usually have like a well-informed IT department. So the likelihood of them not knowing where to start is very small. But when we talk about individual hotels or smaller chains, for them there's often a level, a lack of knowledge really. What would you suggest for those hotels? Where should they start? Is there like a questionnaire where like they could just go through, or a tech list where they could just go through to see how prepared they are? Because one of the things before even considering to bring in a partner or buy in technology is to know where one stands, right?
Yes, exactly. So I would definitely do my own research. So what does it mean? I mean, once you're getting in touch with credit card details, you immediately know that you have to get this compliance, or to know more about it. So there's the PCI DSS side where you can get further information. And I think there's a lot of information. So that's the point, that where you might then, I mean, it depends on how familiar you are with it. It's always good to have an external third party which gives you some advice and just reduce as well the workload in terms of research. So it takes a lot of research to know more about this special standard, because it is not only about where you are, or what is happening with you, or what is happening when you're having credit card information, but it's that you have so many different levels. You have service provider, you have merchants, and it's a difficult standard. It's just you have to focus on, I would say, focus your resources on first the person who's responsible of it, and then if necessary, and if he doesn't get further, just get information from a third party, be it an external auditor, or someone. Also contact other hotel chains. How are they doing it? So I would say, yeah, it depends on yourself. So how you deal with this and how you get the information, but it's always about asking a lot, and also asking similar ones as you. How do they do this?
I think that's a very valuable advice. Also, I think one thing people should really consider is that just when you've gone through the exercise once and you think you're compliant, it doesn't stop there. It's the same that with GDPR. You need to keep up with the legal changes which might happen, and you need to question constantly what's happening, because you might introduce a new process to your hotel at which point, like maybe like your PCI compliance isn't there anymore. Now, when a hotel or a chain gets to the point of
One sec. Yeah. Thanks.
On feeling fairly secure, would you recommend any of them to get some certification which they could show on their website or whatnot to inspire trust? Has like any ISO or whatever certification helped in the other industries? And do you think it would apply as well to our industry?
Yeah, I think PCI compliance, it's always, people say it's a hustle for them. But on the one hand, or what we always say is, hey, PCI compliance shows also that you're going, or you're handling the credit cards or the sensitive information, be it PCI, be it also GDPR, that you're handling sensitive credit card information with a certain security. So you gain trust, I would say. That's definitely one point, reputational risk. And I mean, many know it. There have been quite some breaches in the recent time. And having then a certification which you can show and you say, hey guys, we are applying a certain standard, it's not a bad sign, or it's not only the work behind it, but it's also a good sign in gaining reputational risk, which is, I would say, hard to measure at the beginning. But I would say with time, this is one thing that would definitely pay out for your company.
Okay, and like from my side, like one last question, but who knows, it might lead on to others. Like those who know me know that like my background is a lot about integrations. And here when I look at like where you are getting the data from, I wonder, like, what you see, what is the acceptance of tokenization, especially from an integration point of view and from a system point of view in the hospitality industry? What have you seen there? Because I can immediately, you know, quote a few systems like where I wouldn't know where to put the token.
Yes, I think this is actually a growing topic. So we actually started with our tokenization solutions some years ago. I'm not sure if it's 5 or 6. And at the beginning, everyone was like, "Hey guys, what is tokenization? What is PCI compliance?" But I think, especially since people are getting more aware of this, or of this problem and of tokenization solution, it is the growing issue. Or not a growing issue, but a growing topic. And I think many are saying, hey guys, why should we save sensitive credit card, not only credit card details, overall details in our service? Why don't we save token? And I mean, what happens? What's a token? A token is a reference value. Let's now say you're having a breach, even whichever industry is having a breach. And now one steals some tokens from you, which is just a reference value. This means they have actually stolen nothing sensitive. So I would say that tokenization is a way to go in the future, and anonymization of sensitive data in your server. But yeah, I think that's one thing that will prove the future. But I predict that definitely the next few years will show that anonymization and tokenization of data is a big topic.
And I don't doubt that. Like, I think it goes even further. It will go even into like, you know, using vaults for to secure personal information, like your data, like from customers and whatnot. But the question is more like on what sort of penetration you see already, like when it comes to integration into system on tokenization. Like if a hotel calls you, wants help, and works with 5 different systems as a percentage, how many of those can handle it? Because I really think there is still a lack, and I agree with you. In the future, it will be much better. But how prepared are we right now? Is more the point.
Yeah, I think we're very prepared for this. So what I would say in this regards, it's what you have to prove, and that's where we try to establish ourselves. Is people are at the beginning always a little bit skeptical, but what is important is having different many integrations. You need one thing, and that's secure, or you need 2 things. First of all, security is key, but secondly, the easiness. So easiness of integration. And if you actually now provide an easy solution for you, for someone, then I think that the response rate or the next steps will be even easier to go with. So I think it's always just about the easiness that you provide with. And if you provide an easy integration, a scalable integration, that's actually the key to prove, or also to gain a lot of industry and also the trust of the industry. And I think that the industry is seeing this, that easy solutions or easy integration solution in terms of tokenization make their life easy, and also make their life safe in kind of a way, and secure.
Plus, every time we have a breach, it increases awareness. But when we talk about awareness, like I assume, like, I mean, just providing a technical solution is not one of the biggest parts of you consulting with hotels is probably training and awareness, right? Because every system is only as good as the people handling it. So can you elaborate a bit on that? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. What we are doing here is also a lot of consulting. So, I mean, at the beginning, you have to be aware. That's what you just said. So, making awareness of such a topic is very important. So, I think, and we see this that with, as you just mentioned, with every breach, there will be more awareness among all the industry. So I think we are on a quite good level. So I'm not doubting it, but still there's still way to go, and there's still improvements in the industry possible. So I think that we need a lot of more also as well consulting and as well information in this regards, and also we need good sources to get easy and fast information. And that's one thing where awareness will be increased. But I think, and I really see that the industry is getting more information, getting more reliable information, and getting more aware of this topic. And at the end, not only aware, but they're changing things, and they're doing it for their end customers. So that's one thing where I see definitely a lot of and good improvement.
Perfect. Valentin, just one question for me. If hotels want to find out a place where they can get educated on PCI compliance, is that something your company is offering, or do you have any recommendation where hotels can go to find out how it all works?
Yeah. I think we are, first of all, we are helping them, but we also have a network of QSAs. So the QSAs are the one, I mean, the QSA are just the one that regulate or also give the standard to you and give you the certification. So we have a certain network of QSAs, and we then just do the recommendation of QSAs, get them in touch together so that they can help them as well. And we are therefore mostly we are doing the first step to get them to know what is needed. And if further information, more detailed information is needed, then we go back to our network, which we have, and which is actually the expert in what means PCI compliance, and how I mean, the QSAs are the one who gives you the certifications, and we are helping, or we are just making as well the connection in there. So yeah, feel free to reach out to us. We have this network, and always happy to help if any question is open in regards to PCI DSS compliance.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Are there any questions from the audience right now? Because we have 3 minutes left.
There are none right now, but I think it would also be interesting to know how can anyone reach out to you in the next days, and how can they get in contact with you?
Or would you, Valentin, would you be around anywhere, or are you primarily in Switzerland right now?
Sitting in the snow, enjoying like really tranquil and
most likely, yeah.
Yeah, currently, actually, we would have been at the ITB, but for the moment, we don't have any fair plan. I think the next step, or if you're around in Switzerland, feel free to reach out to me directly as well. If someone wants to reach out to me, I think Lisa, you can make their introduction, because that would be one step, or else either via my email or LinkedIn. So once you look for PCI Proxy, there's definitely someone. We also have within our website, we have a live chat. You can chat with us, and you can easily reach out to us. So there are different channels in different way. But the easiest is just if you want to reach out directly to me, it's my email. So it's Valentin Gina at PCI-proxy.com. But I think, yeah, there's many ways to reach out to us, to PCI Proxy, or to me directly.
Awesome.
In terms of fairs, no, we are currently not, or we have not planned the next fairs yet. So that will be a discussion as well, how the situation will change. And that's something we cannot predict yet.
Absolutely. So sorry, we were running in and out in between a little bit, but we had natural things happening, and we had
that will be me.
Yeah. That was not related at all to your presentation. Was just the coffee pouring in. Yeah, we will try to put the presentation online as well as soon as we can,
and it's already on Facebook.
It's already on Facebook. We're live streaming. It will be on Facebook later on as well, so you can reshare it from there. If someone wants to know more about you guys, obviously there's the website, there's Valentin's email address here. You can make a quick screenshot. There's the telephone number. Reach out to Lisa, Lena, or myself. And we would very much be looking forward to see you soon, hopefully in Germany for one of our camps, or maybe in Zurich. I think Lena and Lisa are going to our camp in Zurich end of March.
Yeah. Cool.
So that might be actually a good opportunity to visit this lovely villa.
Yeah, just wanted to say that as well.
Well, I will come for sure.
You will come? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and with that, thank you, Valentin. Thank you so much for taking the time and explaining PCI compliance to all of us. I think it's a really interesting and important topic. And my guess would be that the majority of hotels is not compliant today. So that's a really difficult and important topic for everyone.
Thank you for having me. I think it's a topic which is, as well, for some, it's not that interesting as for others, but it's an important topic also to get aware of and to talk about.